Hello, my name is Xander. Welcome back to the Django ORM series, or welcome to the Django ORM series. This is importing data from a CSV file. Now that can mean a number of things, so I just want to clear that up before we start because there's no point going through this tutorial if it's not what you're looking for. So here we're going to take an existing model, for example, and then import data from a CSV. So maybe you found some data and you want to build a new model with that data in Django. The idea here is that we're going to actually build the model in the model.py file in a Django project, and then we go ahead and import the data from the CSV file. So this might be slightly different to what you're looking for because, for example, you'll find tutorials on how to make an actual model from a CSV file. Or, for example, there might be tutorials online whereby you're utilizing Django to actually import a CSV file. Now, there is a number of different ways to do this, of course, and I've literally just selected, I think, the most simplest way, which doesn't require any additional programming or any additional coding, in Django at all. We're simply going to, in this tutorial, select some data from Kaggle, and then build a model, and then just import that data into the model. Right, so I don't actually have a project yet, so I'm just going to quickly do that. So I'm going to quickly create a virtual environment, and then I'll quickly build a Django project. Go ahead and activate the virtual environment, and then we can go ahead and pip install Django. Once we can pip install Django. Sorry, I've just typed that incorrectly. So I'm just going to build a simple project here, Django admin start project core space dot or full stop. Don't forget that. So let's just go ahead and make that project. And then we'll do a similar thing here. And we'll use the Django admin to start an app. We'll just call this books or book. So we're going to get some data from Kaggle, some book data. So let's just quickly build this app. There we go. And let's head over to Kaggle. So we're going to need some data. Now you're probably already familiar with Kaggle. If not, you'll find lots of different data sets here. And I've just typed into Google books dataset CSV file. That's taking me to Kaggle. Here there's a download here, 1 meg download. There's around about 10,000 books in this CSV file. Some details here in actual fact. Unique values. So just over 10,000 books. So go ahead and download that. Of course, if you've got your own data, you don't need to download that, but I've extracted it into my project folder. So we can go ahead and have a look. Here it is. So now we're going to deal with this data. So as advertised, we are going to build a model from this data. So in our book, we're going to build our model. So let's create a new class called book, and let's just extend from models.model. Okay, so here we're building Django table for a class, if you like. Right. So if you've worked with data before, you know how complex and how complicated and how many problems you might possibly have with it. Here you can see I've opened up the data set, the CSV file in Microsoft Excel. And we can see that there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 rows here, right? So, or 12 columns, sorry. So what we're going to do is we're going to utilize the titles of each just to build up a model in Django so that we can store this data in our new table. Right. So you can see there's a problem here in actual fact we're going to need to deal with, and that's publication date. You can see here this has been inserted in a way that, one, it doesn't include, or it's not consistent in terms of the zeros. And in addition to that, because I'm in the UK, this looks like it's in US format. So that causes some complications potentially. So let's first of all just utilize the titles here in our data set. And we're going to utilize that to build a new table in Django. If you are new to Django and you haven't actually built a model before, a table in a database, then it's well worth having a read of this. This is the model reference, field reference, and the Django manual. Here you're going to find all the different types of data that we can configure for our for our table or for our model. So down here we've got big integer, integers, booleans, char field. So here, for example, the char field is similar to, for example, varchar in other languages. So let's go ahead and build up our data. So what we're going to need to do is just identify the types of data that obviously we want to store in our database. So book ID, that's going to be an integer possibly. Although we're not going to need to do that, and I'll explain that in a second. So we've got a title, and then that's just text, author text. Here we've got an average rating, so that probably might be a float. ISBN number, looks like it's going to be maybe an integer. And then we've got the ISBN 13 and so on. So we just need to identify the different types of data we want to store so that we correctly identify how we want to store that in our database. So let's give this a go. I've already pre-written this. I'll just go through this line by line. Okay, so this underscore here, this is just because I've set up translation. If in the future this is translated, this is for no particular reason. It's just habit almost. This underscore, I'll show in a second, this is just utilized for if I potentially wanted to translate this in the future. Right, so here we've got the title. Now remember, in our data set, we have an ID. Now Django automatically adds an ID field to our table. So we don't need to actually include that. That's just going to be added. So let's go ahead and set up a title. So that's going to be a character field and a max length of 255. So again, it's just a case of looking at your data, making sure that the max length corresponds to the length of data that you want to, or that's in the CSV file. So we've got author, that's going to be a character field, max length again 255. And we've got an average rating. So this is going to be a float field. I saw in the data that we've got decimal points, so it looks like it's going to fit in with that. And then the ISBN number, character field, again, ISBN 13, so that's going to be a number and text. So character field again, 150. Obviously, they come in probably standard sizes. 150 is probably too much, but that's okay for now. So we've got the language code. So that's going to be a character field again. And then in the integer field for number of pages, that's not a problem. And then I've used a begin, which is a rather large number. Probably an integer would be okay here for the rating count. And then the same thing again here for the text review count. So notice that I'm trying to make sure that I match the titles of my fields here to the actual titles that's in my data set. It just makes it nice and easy to move across. And then we got the publication date. So this is the only tricky part that we need to consider. So this is going to be utilizing the date field. Now we need to make sure that our data, this is one of the issues potentially that we need to deal with. We need to make sure that this format that we're trying to utilize and insert into our database is a format that's expected by Django so that it can actually insert that data. Because of course, this date could be presented in many different ways. For example, 09-01-004, or in this case, a slash. It could also be presented as November 9th, Nov 2004. And there's multiple ways, as you may already know. So we're going to need to deal with that shortly. Right. So we've got the publication date, and then finally the publisher. That's going to be a character field, max length 150. Right. So with that in place, that's all the fields that we're going to need. So I'm just going to add the line here that's going to, maybe in the future I want to translate or use translation here for these names. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Right, so let's move into the data here. Right, so at the moment this is formatted in American Standard Date Time. So we've got day, month, year. So what we're going to do here is select our data, go to data, go to text to columns, and then select delimited. Next, remove anything here, if there's anything there. So here I'm going to select the date, and in this case, month, day, year, press finish. So everything is now going to be formatted nicely for me. So you can see that we now have day, month, and year. You can see that all the zeros have been added for me automatically. So everything looks nicely complete. So what I can now do is right click, go to format cells, and from here I can select date. And what I'm looking for is this format here. So year, month, day. So I'm going to format everything here into this format. press OK. And now we're ready to insert that data into Django. So I was just thinking about that. There are a few different options we have available in Django for the date format to insert it into our date field here. And we can actually make changes here, but to save us having to write extra code, etc., we've just formatted that data so it will fit. And you can see this is the format we've selected: year, month, day. So you can see that we've got some other formats which will also be okay, but we've selected this format. So that's just really for your reference. So before we can make migrations and make the table, etc., let's go ahead and just go into our core here, go to settings. We just need to register our application so it finds our new model. That's going to be book. Okay, so that's in the core settings. We're just going to add the book app. Right, so now we can make migrations. So you can see it's picked up our book model. And now we can then go ahead and run migrate. So it's the first time we migrated. So there's a few other tables that were made, including ours. So I was just down here. So now we have our tables. Right. So next up, we're going to need an extension if you don't have it. And that's the Sqlite extension here. So just go ahead and install that. That's just going to allow us to inspect our database. So if I go back here, we can see we've created a database. It's called db.sqlite3 by default. I'll right click now and press open. So that's only available if you've got this extension. I can now see all the tables I made. Now the table I'm looking for to insert my new data is book_book. So you can see here Django's created a new table name, book being the name of our app, underscore, then book being the name of our actual table here. So book, first book, app, second book here refers to the model we created here. So this is where we've got a number of options. We could make a management command and fire off that command and set up. We could also probably bring in pandas, for example, and use pandas to import. But here we're using SQLite database, so this is very specific to that. So we're going to download the SQLite exe so we can start that in the command prompt here and then initiate and work with our database. So if you head over to Sqlite terminal, just type it into Google, that takes you to the sqlite.org website, command line shell for Sqlite or SQLite, however you like to call it. So here what we can do is to download, I think we're going to download here from Windows. So we're using Windows, the binaries here. So we're going to download this, the bundle command line tools for managing SQLite database files. So let's go ahead and just download this. Now that should come with a few files that we're going to need. One of them being the SQLite3.exe. So we're going to use that to actually access our database and load up our CSV file. So go ahead and let's just drag that out. And then I'm just going to drag that into my project. There we go. So now I've got it here. So I can just access it from here. I'm going to open up a new terminal. Right, and I'll just show you. Let's now activate this. So what we got to do here, the command is we're going to run this file, Sqlite.exe, and then we need to select the database we want to work with, and that's db.sqlite3. Right, so what we've done now is we've opened up a terminal session here, utilizing this program, and this program now allows us to interface and work with this database. And of course, what we're going to do here is we're going to load up our CSV file into the database directly. So we're going to circumnavigate, if that's the right word, Django. So we don't need to utilize Django here. We're just going to use a simple tool now to actually import a CSV. So we can go into this CSV mode. Okay, and then use the keyword it's import, and then we need to identify the file. Let's just make sure we've saved this. Make any changes. So this is our CSV file. Now we don't want this line 1 here, of course. We don't want that inserted. Everything else is okay. Let's just make sure we've got everything we need. Yep, right. So everything else is okay here. I've removed the top titles. So let me just save that, otherwise I forget. So that's all done. So now I need to import, that's going to be books.csv. And now I just need to tell SQLite now what I want to do with it. Now we are connected to the database, the db.sqlite database. So we know that inside of that, we have a table called book. Now, if we were just to type here book, it would actually make a table with all that data for us. But we want to put it in our existing table book_book so we can manage it with Django. So let's go ahead and do exactly that. There we go. So that's now added. So we can check that by refreshing. We're going to right click and show the table. And there we go. So we can see all of our data now inside of our table we created. It's only going to show a few amount of lines here, but you can see if I move across here, all the data, including the publication date, is all set. So there we have a very simple way of importing data from a CSV file into a Django, in some cases, an existing Django model. Now that may be useful in many different situations where you want to quickly just add some data into your model. Now, it's likely that there's be a few thumbs down here because there are so many ways of achieving this task, and there's so many different variations here to this task. By all means, ask any questions if you've got any questions about your particular data, because it is sometimes a little bit of a nightmare working with some data sets, of course, and they need cleaning before we start working and importing into our database. But hopefully there was some value here for you. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial.